Alright guys, I haven't showed you this in a while. This is how the CNC machine's coming along. I got this soundproofing box that's built in. It's welded steel channel. I don't know how good you can see this, but yeah, every axis has 6 bearings, and I'm going to put one more bar a little lower for when I'm milling something that's low, because I made this to raise up high enough so I can bore motorcycle cylinders also. So I'm going to have a removable, another one of these bars, but removable bolt-on down here. Waiting for that to come in the mail. Everything's working, everything's hooked up. I'm just finishing up all the coolant stuff and the sprayer, and so everything moves and everything. Here, if I take these off, you'll see how my setup is. So my base here is a half inch aluminum. So I got the NEMA 23s, got the 16 millimeter ball screws, the 20 millimeter rails, and as I said, six bearing blocks per axis, 3 on that side, 3 on that side. So I got these so the chips don't fall on in the screws and stuff. And this is just corrugated plastic, and I got a layer of plywood, drywall, and these are ceiling tiles. The ceiling tiles were only rated for 30% sound reduction for the cheap ones, but it's better than nothing. I'm pretty sure the drywall is pretty good at sound dampening. And so underneath I got my stand, an ultra quiet air compressor, my catch basin for there's a hole in the center of this this corrugated plastic that I made here, tub that I made. There's a hole in the center, and that goes down to this tub. That tub's for the coolant for the spindle. Last thing I'm working on is I got this little radiator for the return line for the spindle coolant, which is going to have a couple computer fans to cool it. So that's like the last thing I'm working on right there. And besides that, so we got coolant lines, air hose, and this is for the mist coolant for the sprayer part. And besides that, it's all. I am going to have an issue with this motor sticking out just a hair too far. So when I go to put the door on, I got everything made except for the door for this. I've got it all cut out and everything, but I am going to have to figure out how I'm going to, if that's going to be a clearance issue. So, yeah, that's part of the door frame. That board's part of the door frame. So I've got it all cut out and ready. I'm just going to finish everything up first before I put the door together. Here's all my electronics. Spindle control, that's the power box for the stepper drivers. And I made this I installed this custom breaker box for it. Everything's on this breaker. I can turn everything on and everything off with just flipping this breaker, because it's just all tied together to that breaker. So yeah, it's coming along. I'm ready to do my first cuts here in another day or so. I showed this on Reddit quite a while ago. It's taken me about a year to build, and it's all just welded steel. So if you look at the main framing, I just got a square. I started out with aluminum extrusion, and then I started putting a steel channel over top of that and bolting it to it and getting everything square, and then I welded everything. And I basically learned how to weld while making this, so it's not perfect looking. And like this back part, this is a nice thick piece of steel here. Man, all this stuff is nice and thick. I don't know if it comes out on this video very good, but it's some thick stuff. It's no joke. The only thing that didn't go that great was this center bar and getting these aligned. I still might make some bracing underneath, but besides that, it's all where I like it. And as I said, I'm going to put another bar that's removable that's a little lower to give it more support when it's lower, and be able to be removable when I'm working on something taller, like boring a motorcycle cylinder. So yeah, this is my setup, man. Getting real close. Got so many projects though that there's a all custom built 3D printer frame I've been working on too. There's too many projects at once. There's a little baby guy that started it all. That's how I do my PCB boards with. Got me started in it. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Let me get this out of here. This is boring head for boring motorcycle cylinders. Eventually try that out once I get everything going and stuff. But mainly this is going to be for cutting aluminum. So this is like some stock I have. I can get this locally for a good price, 1/2 inch thick plate. And then I got this this is 1/4 inch, I think, aluminum plate. So it'll be pretty interesting. I still got some more rolls of this plastic to make some waterproofing for the door, and I don't really think I need waterproofing higher than these, so at least for the door. Alright guys, just want to show you where this is at. Later.